that cast or with that show or that idea. I think it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be really fun.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I think it's a really good
What
idea.
do
I
you
mean,
think of it, David?
well, look, I
Yeah.
loved flipping out. I loved, I think the good old days of Bravo are great. Like, I loved Tabitha Salon Takeover, Ladies of London,
Mhm.
the Rachel Zoe Project. I loved it all. I
Yeah.
loved flipping out. So I think, also Jeff has a huge fucking audience at Radio Andy on Sirius. So it's
Yeah.
like a built-in audience that I assume is all gonna watch. And I think Bravo, I think it's a great idea. I think
I'm
Jeff,
sure.
like, say what you want about him. He is a professional, so he's going to show up and work and do the job. And so I'm like kind of all for it. I think it's a great idea. I think it should have been greenlit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think I'm happy for him. I think it's going to be I think he's excited about it, which is great, and he feels like he's going home. So I think that's cool.
Everything happens for a reason in the universe, the way things kind of work together
Yeah.
in conjunction to be able to bring things the way it's supposed to be. And just like in your life, just like in our life, I mean, I've had my store for 35 years. So if I closed it and came back, it'd be the same thing as nobody ever missed it.
Yeah.
If I don't, because that's how they know me. So what they know of you, what they know of Patrik, or what they know of me, and what they know of our friend Jeff, is always going to go back to his roots. He's always going to do flosses. He's always going
Yeah.
to do something that has to do with a remodel. That's in your blood. That's how you got your career. That's how you got your start. Going into television, it's just aspects of that, but not necessarily all of that. And our show, Gown and Out in Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
you don't see all that much craziness. It's about the celebrity. It's focused on what we're doing and the red carpet that they're going to be going
Right.
through, the gown that I'm making for them, the influences that they have that they got to where they are, what they want to represent themselves with when they're showing up.
Yeah, but it's also our and by the way, Down and Out in Beverly Hills season 5 will be coming out before the end of the year, and we shot a few episodes. We were going to do the whole thing in Dubai, and then we decided we couldn't do it all in Dubai. We wanted to do some of it in the US too. So we did 3 episodes in Dubai, and then 6 episodes are here that are in the US. So it's pretty cool. We've got some really interesting things that are going to be coming out on the show, which I'm excited about. Paul's hair transplant, we're showing it on the show, which is really cool. Some of the really cool dresses that he did, like Peppa for the Grammys. We're going to show the behind the scenes of that. So there's some really cool things that are going to happen.
See, Peppa's a friend of ours, right? Yeah. I made a dress for her. It wasn't because I'm friends with her because I make a dress for her.
Right.
I am friends with her daughter, family. Like, we hang out.
Yeah.
And then when she needs something, it's like calling up a friend. Yeah. Thank God I've got something available that I'm like, Peppa, I got you, girl. I'll just drive it into Vegas, just like anything.
And he did.
And
yeah, so absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, am I ever going to stop making clothes? Probably not. No. Am I ever going to stop going into people's closets and rearranging things?
Nope.
Probably not.
Interesting. Who do you want to dress? Yeah. Like, if you could dress anyone right now. I mean, let's just assume everyone's going to pay. Money's not an object. If you could just choose anyone. Who would that be?
Who would your dream person be to dress?
Kamala Harris now.
God.
You know why?
Why?
Is she going to wear a dress or a suit at the inauguration?
I don't know that either. Because I'm part of American history. Oh. And the most I could ever do is First Lady. And so because I was able to do First Lady, and it's in the First Lady Museum that travels all the capitals in the United States, unless there's a female president, I'm never going to have that opportunity to be able to do the next level, which is the highest level, which is the presidency. So I was going to have an opportunity with Hillary back in the day.
Right.
Because I had made dresses for her before when she was running for office for president, and that didn't work out. So if this one works out, I hope I'm able to do the president.
That would be cool, actually. I think that would be really cool.
That'd be exciting.
I don't know. I think my dream person of who you should like do a dress for.
I mean, I love all women, so it doesn't really matter. I dress women all day.
Yeah.
So I've dressed my mom. I've dressed his mom.
Yeah.
I've dressed important people in our lives that I think are that
like
have
I would like
shaped
to
us.
see, I would like to see you actually do like the Fanning sisters, Dakota
Oh.
and Elle Fanning. I think they're both beautiful. We've met them several times. They're, you know, they wear clothes beautifully. And some of the things I see them wear, I'm just like, oh my God, why did the stylist put them in this? Because they have such beautiful bodies and great personalities. And then they wear this horrible stuff. I would love to see you do them. I really would.
That's a good
That's on the
one.
list.
Yeah.
Who do you
Before,
want me to dress?
well, I mean, look, I was gonna, there's this, I'm trying to think, like, look, there's this, how do you feel about the whole trend of the gender bending, like Darren Criss just wore, like Christian Siriano? It's very mixed reviews. It was very mixed reviews. Right. Obviously, Billy Porter, a lot of people.
You know what? I talked to Billy Porter actually, and Paul's going to do a dress for Billy Porter next year. We've been kind of going back and forth with the PR talking about that. So I think that's going to actually happen. And I think it would be great for you to do Billy Porter because he's so sweet and he wears the clothes really well.
Here's the thing. Before RuPaul was ever around, I was putting costumes together for a lot of the drag queens that didn't know how to sew, that didn't know what drag was, that were going around the world performing in different scenes that they were doing that they didn't even know how to be able to sculpt and put together. Because back in the day, drag queens was an expression of art, and the song and the dance, not just being, the imagery of what the lip syncing aspect was. It was performance art. So they didn't really have the fashion background. They didn't really have accessibility in order for them to be able to create the work.
David, we did a pilot for a TV show like almost 20 years ago called Fashion Show with Paul Attu, and it was all transgender models. And it didn't make it to the air because they said America's not ready to see a bunch of transgender people on TV. But it was a brilliant pilot. We got to go behind the scenes and watch them tuck their dicks and all the behind the scenes stuff that they were doing. That was really, really cool and very groundbreaking. And that was like almost 20 years ago, right? That we did that. And so it's really cool to see how this is all kind of, now it's acceptable and now it's cool to dress a trans person. We had a trans model in our fashion show that we just did.
Really?
But that's recently. But see,
that's not new for me.
No, not at all.
Because it's what you do in the art form that you're in.
Correct.
And then all the different times that I've had fashion shows. I mean, we met originally in New York City when I was doing Fashion Week at Bryant Park. And that same time when Mercedes-Benz used to host it, which isn't the same as what it was before.
Yeah.
But